Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the road. This is On the Mic in Islamabad. We are in the heart and soul of Pakistani mixed martial arts. We are inside Team Fight Fortress. We're sitting here on the mats where Team Fight Fortress trains, where they go about their day, where they do everything. We are at the HQ, undisclosed location. Just know that it's the preacher's den. My name is Daniel Nasir Mirza. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Way In. And thank you so much for tuning into this conversation with the young, the inspiring, the trailblazing, eyebrow raising. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to gas you up further than that. Azeem, Killa Kill Switch Khan. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm not bad at all. Man, it's been so fun seeing you do your thing the last couple of, I would say, months, maybe up to a year now. You've been super active. You've been one of those amateurs who's really hungry for a fight, looking for a fight any chance you get. I think I got to start. Usually I ask people how they are. I think you're okay. I want to ask you, how'd you get into this and why?
Like ever since I was a kid, I really every time when I went to school or parks or anywhere, I was a strong kid. So everyone tried to pick on me. The kids that thought of themselves strong, they tried to pick on me and they started fights with me, and I almost won all of those fights. So I knew how to fight. Later on, I started watching WWE.
Nice. I like this story already.
I watched WWE. I watched it. I started watching around 2014.
Yeah.
And I watched it religiously every event, like main event, NXT, SmackDown, Raw, everything.
Let's go.
Until 2017.
Yeah.
I found out it's fake. So I wanted to be a WWE wrestler. So after I found that out, I was like, bro, life has just ended in front of my eyes. but I didn't know UFC as an organization. I only knew Brock Lesnar fought in it. So after 2017, I kind of got into the UFC. I started watching UFC, and I just wrote UFC gyms in Pakistan, or I didn't even know MMA was a thing. I was like, UFC gyms in Pakistan. So Fight Fortress came up. I lived in Islamabad. Now I live in Rawalpindi.
Yeah.
So at that time there was Fight Fortress near my house. I lived in Jila, and Fight Fortress was in Jila, and I was like, let's check the place out. So around 2018, October, November, I don't remember, I got into Fight Fortress. I like the WWE era. When I watched it religiously, I started I wrestled with my brother at home.
Yeah.
You used all those moves, RKO, power bombs. I tried everything on him. So I knew a bit of, the chokes, RNC and blah, blah, blah. It's Samoa Joe used to do when RNC.
Yeah.
Alberto Del
Coquina
Rio
clutch.
did. Yeah, Coquina clutch.
Yeah, of course.
Alberto Del Rio did the
cross arm breaker, which is a basic arm.
Yeah. So I knew a bit of the moves, the submissions. I knew how to apply them, because I trained with my brother. So when I went to the gym, my first class I took was jiu-jitsu class. So I there was a guy there who was really friendly. I asked him can you pull and figure four leg lock? He was like, what's that? I was like, wait, let me show you. I tried the figure four on him. I was like, bro, don't do that shit. Don't do that. It's not
don't work.
Yeah. So I did my first roll there. I submitted all the guys and no one submitted me. So I knew I'm kind of good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And after I guess a month, I got into a tournament, BJJ. There was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu held in sports complex. It was from the Brazil embassy. So I competed in it after 1 month of training jiu-jitsu, and I got my first silver medal there.
Damn.
Yeah. So after that.
And this is 2016?
No.
2018
end November or December.
Okay.
I don't remember.
And how old are you now?
I'm 20. I just turned 20.
So you were 17 then?
Yeah.
Damn. And that's a very fascinating start, that you just, had an inkling, got in, you had a natural disposition to it, and then you just took off from there. You just, and after that, I'm sure we're going to get into a lot of the 3WL fights, which, not just 3WL, but overall your competition scale, or not scale, but the frequency of competition for you is pretty impressive, that you would continuously keep fighting. And when you continuously keep fighting, week after week, month after month, even sometimes day after day, like NFT, you know what I mean? you tend to get tired, you tend to get sore, you tend to get hurt, you tend to get, a lot of injuries on you, which is why I'd like to thank the beautiful people over at Ostrus who created the enhanced ostrich oil product, which is the sponsor of our video. First of all, I just want to say, what the hell, Umar? We have a sponsor. This is incredible. Somebody actually wants to touch Pak MMA with sponsors, which is new, which is great, which is refreshing, which is exactly what we need. Ostrus is actually a company that I'm really, really happy to work with, that we're all happy to work with here on the mic, mainly because they're supporting fighters in Pakistan. They want to support the MMA industry. They want to support conversations that we have with MMA fighters, because their product is really one that works. I've tried it myself. I've tried it after training sessions. I've tried it after strength sessions, MMA sessions, and whatever I feel very, very sore, it really does work. Hashtag farak to padta hai, which is what they say. And it really is true. It's a brand that, relies on truth. It relies on telling you the truth. And crazy thing about Ostrus is that if you call them and you ask them for a product, and if it's not for you, they will tell you it's not for you. They'll tell you not to buy their products. These guys are great. You can go to the link in bio. Check them out. If you are an athlete, if you are someone who trains any kind of physical exercise, this product is perfect for you. And this product is perfect for you, my friend, because you fight way too much, if I'm being completely honest. So Ostrus sends their regards, they sends their best wishes, they sends their thanks for being an MMA fighter in Pakistan, and they want you to try the enhanced ostrich oil and tell them what you think about it.
Do I get it for free?
This is yours, my friend. You have earned it. You have earned it by fighting so much this year. You. But yeah, do tell them what you think. Put up a nice little story for them. The whole 9 yards, all of that. But ladies and gentlemen, do check out Ostrus Enhanced Ostrich Oil. All of it is in the link in bio. You cannot miss out on this if you have any kind of recovery needs, backache, spasms, whatever, anything at all, sports related or otherwise. Hashtag farak to padta hai. Thank you, Ostrus, for supporting us and supporting Pakistani MMA. Ad reads, I'm getting used to them. We'll get better at them. We'll time them better as well. But yeah, Azeem, staying on the subject of, competing frequently, you had this run almost of where it was like, just get me a fight, get me anyone at all. Yeah. You were willing to fight multiple times in multiple weeks, back to back. I think you also did do that.
Yeah.
Run me through that. So I understood you started with grappling, going to jiu-jitsu comp, you got your first silver medal. Where'd you go from there?
So 2019, I shifted from Islamabad to Rawalpindi, so I didn't train for half a year. After I resumed my training sessions and all, I trained for, 4 or 5 months. 2020, COVID came.
Yeah.
And the whole year I didn't train. So 2021, gyms reopened. Five Fortress was opened again. I started training again 2021.
Did the passion die, so to speak, for MMA during the COVID period, or what were you doing if you weren't training then?
I was watching anime.
So brushing up on your technique.
I was watching Hunter and Attack on Titan. That was my only thing at that moment. So 2021, I did striking. I was like, I want to strike because my favorite fighter is, I hate to break it to you, it's Conor McGregor.
It's okay. It was my favorite fighter once too. Yeah.
So I was like, I need to strike. Submissions were boring to me. I was like, I need knockouts. No submissions or all. To be honest, BJJ is gay. I don't want to.
I didn't say that he did.
I don't want to do BJJ. It's true. I don't want to do BJJ. Right. So I was like, I need to strike because my striking was terrible at the moment. So I don't know. I trained kickboxing classes, boxing classes for 2-3 months. Then I was like I found out about Third World, and I was like, bro, I can beat all these guys. Let me get a fight. So I DM'd Kaim Abbas. Shout out Kaim.
Shout out Kaim Abbas, mastermind.
So, I DM'd him. I was like, bro, I'm also an amateur fighter. I have no fights. I want to fight. He was like, bro, there's an event. I'm gonna get back to you soon. You're gonna fight. We're gonna hype this up and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, let me get a fight then. He was like, let me find opponents for you. They at that time posted something about the Wolf. It was a video of him taking his opponent down, and they were like,
Rehan Urib.
Yeah,
talk about Rehan Urib.
Yeah, they were like, if anyone can take him down, we're gonna give him 5K or I don't know how much.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought he's the most dangerous fighter they have because they didn't post anything about other guys. So I was like, bro, who's the most dangerous fighter you have? They were like Rafe Tariq. but he's a boxer. I was like, I don't want to fight, a boxing fight. And they said he's like not your weight class. He's like 80 something kilos. I was barely 70 at the moment. I was 69, 70. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was like, I saw a post about Rehan Yurib. They were like, yeah. And I was like, can I fight him? So after that, they were like, yo, yeah, we can do that. That would be a great fight. So I said, yeah, give me your best guys. So I went to fight him, and I didn't wrestle.
That was the first fight?
Yeah, I didn't know how to wrestle. I only did a bit of BJJ, and I trained striking, so I didn't know wrestling. So in that fight, it took me down on and on.
Yeah.
But like they didn't know that I'd like after the fight. No one, like a lot of these guys don't know. After the fight, I went to the washroom, and Abdullah was there. What was his name? Arrow was there.
Yeah. Right.
So Arrow's like, yo, tone it down. The wolf Rehan is in the bathroom. I was like, okay. We were talking. After a while, I started to hear like he was puking in the washroom after the fight.
Oh, wow.
No one knows this. Like I I did damage him quite a bit. I hit him with 2 body kicks, but like those kicks really like took their toll on him. And I knew after the fight, I was like, what about the rematch? It's been almost 2 years. I forgot about it. I don't even care anymore. But like in these 2 years, I called him out. I don't know, 10 to 15 times. He didn't answer in any one of them.
Yeah.
So after that, I fought. I don't know, Irtaba. Yeah. They were like, bro, we don't want to give you third world guys. So I was like, bring anyone from the amateur circuit. So they bring over Irtaba. He had like, I don't know how many years of experience behind him.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's fight him. Before the fight, like, I gotta be honest, like, these aren't excuses. Before the fight, a day before the fight, I was sick.
Yeah.
And like just the day before the fight, I woke up and I wasn't feeling good. I took 2 Panadol pills. I was like, let's go and fight this guy. The fight didn't go well.
Yeah.
They knew. I didn't know the pointing system. How do you score points in MMA?
Yeah.
So like these guys, they were just winning on points.
Yeah.
If you look at the damage circuit, like who's damaging the other guy? I was damaging my opponents, but I wasn't.
It didn't really add up.
It wasn't happening that way. So after that, I was like, I need to change something.
Actually, I'll stop you right there. Those first 2 fights for me were interesting because we knew Rehan was, the guy who Division 1 background. He's a high level wrestler, collegiate wrestler.
Yeah.
And he had that the fundamentals of being someone who had a very good grip on the wrestling department.
Yeah.
And he was, one of those promising guys. And yet there was a big, I don't know if a big weight difference, but there was a weight difference between you guys as well.
But he over-exaggerated it. It wasn't 10 kilograms.
Yeah,
Look at me. I was all fat. Right now, I gained a bit of muscle, but I'm 72 at the moment.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was around 65. I told Kaim, Kaim said the fight's at 63. I was 65.
Yeah.
And I told Kaim, I was like, bro, can you turn the sauna on? I need to cut 2 kilograms. He's like, no, bro, no worries. It's still blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I was like, okay. He knew I was 65.
Yeah.
After the fight, the guy's talking shit. He's like, he was 10 kgs over me. I was like, how can I be? Do I look 73? How am I 10 kgs over?
But at the same time, the thing that stood out for me in that fight, regardless of all of that, was there was somewhat of but it was a back and forth fight. It was a fight where he was landing those takedowns, but when you guys be on the feet, there were situations where I would look at that fight and I'd be like, oh, that's, like, if the rule in my head as someone who looks at fights is, by the end of the night, will I remember that performance? Will I remember that fighter? Will I remember win, lose, or draw? Will I remember the effort or the fight itself? And that was a fight that I remembered from that. I don't remember a lot of fights from that night, but I remember that one and watching it going, who's this kid? Because, he's able to pull his own. I could tell there were some fundamental things missing because I think you weren't like putting the game together. And I don't know if you expected to face what you faced, if I'm being honest. But it was like performance I remember. And then the one with Irtaba, that one was just, it was evident that, all right, Irtaba, when I started MMA as a ring announcer is 2019. Irtaba was like 10-0 then.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he'd been doing it for like 5-6 years. He'd been doing it a couple of years, but he was very active, same as
Yeah.
you. And then he just stopped. And then when he came back, that was his fight against you. And he was also a little heavier at that time, but
Yeah.
he did what he had to do, which was keep you down, hold you there. And then where'd you go from there after that?
So I knew like the game plan that I have right now is not gonna work. Like at that time, my game plan was like have like get the crowds on their feet, have an entertaining fight. My goal wasn't to win. My goal was to entertain the crowd. So after that, I was like, bro, I need to win because 2 months from now, no one's gonna say, bro, you had a great fight. People are gonna say, did you win or did you lose? So I like understood that. So after that, I wasn't getting any fights. Every event I said, big, give me a fight. He was like, no one's like wanting to fight you. I was like, why? I'm on a losing streak and people don't want to fight
You're
me.
0-2, yeah.
0-2.
Yeah.
There's an interesting story after that. Like, do you remember the event GFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in Brave Gym.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. That was crazy. That was nuts. I remember that. Go on.
So I was 70 kilograms. My teammate Kutoshi, he was fighting a guy. I don't remember.
Vasik Ali Pancheri.
Yeah, both were supposed to fight at 70, right? They weighed themselves in before the fight, like a day before the fight. And just like a few minutes before the fight, Kutoshi had a problem with his teeth or something.
Yeah.
So
it was really bad. I saw it spread all the way.
The fight got cancelled and that guy started crying like, oh, I came from really far place and blah, blah, blah. I need a fight. Putting an act to, like I was here to fight, but my opponent wasn't.
I love Vasik, love you, bro, if you're watching. But that was just a case of, I understand he put in the camp, he put in the time. He just wanted that he goes in the ring and then the referee raises his hand, declares him the winner, which is, I understand the sentiment because I can never imagine putting in a camp for something and physically being ready to fight and then it stops. बहुत बुरी feeling होती होगी कि यार मैं इतना तैयार होके आया हूँ उस fight के लिए और ये हो ही नहीं रही. But at the same time, you didn't beat him. So
but
why would you want
I'm
to do
gonna
that?
expose him right now.
Yeah, go on. What happened after? Okay, so the fight abhi cancel hone lagi hai.
Yeah.
This is between Sajid Kutoshi, Vasik Pancheri. By the way, high level like fight.
Yeah.
I was really excited for that fight. And then what happens?
I said, I told Coach at the Sham, I was like, can I fight him? I was 70 kilograms. I wasn't training. I just like went there to watch the fights. I was like, can I fight him? He was like, no. So Umar Bhai, I guess heard it, or Beg heard it. He told Umar Bhai, and Umar Bhai was like, no, you gotta fight. He told Coach at the Sham, and Coach at the Sham told me like, do you want to fight? I was like, you tell me. He was like, no, if you want to, you can. I was like, oh, why not? I'm here to fight. So that guy came and Akib Bawan, he was organizing the event. Yeah. He asked me, do you want to fight him? Like that the guy, whatever his name, Pancheri, yeah. He was in front of me. I was like, do you want to fight him? He's 77 kilograms. Like he got back to his weight. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I will fight him. That guy was like he was looking like he saw a ghost. He was like, bro, why do you want to fight me? And I was like, let's fight. I'm here to fight. I'm not getting fights. This is like a golden ticket for me. Yeah. So like that thing kind of scared him because he was like, this guy isn't prepared. He wasn't in a training camp. He's like 7-8 kilograms, like lower than me. Like, why does he want to fight? I ran back to the van. I had my bag in the van. As I came back running, he asked my teammate. He was like, what's his record? And my teammate told him 0-2. That shit like
messed with him.
Messed it up. It was like, this guy wasn't in a training camp. He's not at my weight. And plus,
he's 0-2.
At his mind, he was like, bro, this guy is crazy.
Something's up, yeah.
Like, as we see the Russian guys, like there's something else. He was like, bro, this guy's something else. He's on a losing streak and he's not my weight and blah, blah. What's he going to do to me? After like I was getting ready up, I wore my shorts and put on my mouth guard and Akib came. He was like, bro, he doesn't want to fight.
That's insane, man.
Everyone was calling me and they were like, bro, you messed him up.
Yeah,
that guy was ready until the last moment.
I remember going backstage and I just saw you putting on the I don't know what you call it, the thing you wear underneath the shorts.
Yeah,
like,
compression shorts.
yeah, you're putting those on. You just had your gloves on, mouthpiece in. I was like, "Are you fighting?" Hopefully, I was like, "Okay, dude." Like, I knew you weren't supposed to fight. That was pretty crazy, and like it put you in a spot where you wanted to fight. And then you start getting fights in 3W, and you got a couple of fights, and I think you even got to fight Monk at a point, and then fought a guy before that. I remember. Then I think you were 2-2 by that point, and then Warriors came around. And then Warriors came around, and then you got a fight. Now this wasn't a 3WL fight. This was a fight. This was a guy who's trained by Team Mohammad in Quetta. They're very good. They send fighters every year to the Gamma tournaments and actually secure medals as well. His coach is Liaquat. He calls himself the Blue Wolf. Shout out, my friend. He actually goes and competes at Gamma as well. So these guys, a good, legit understanding of MMA. One of the better teams from Quetta, Team Mohammad, especially in their understanding of MMA and everything like that. How was that fight? Like, and when you got the news, what were you feeling as soon as you got to hear?
The thing is, Fight Fortress shut down around, what was it? It was Ramzan, March. Fight Fortress shut down, and the ARY Warriors was on June or July. I don't remember. July, March, April, May, June. 3 months I wasn't in training. I was at home watching anime. So I completed Naruto at that time. I watched 600-ish episodes. And Umar Bhai was like, before that, I fought like 2 times in third world. So Umar Bhai was like, you had good fights. I want you to fight at ARY Warriors. I was like, why not? I'm here to fight. I'm always ready to fight. So that fight got set up. I trained 2 weeks or 10 days before the fight. As I went into the fight, like, his striking was good, but not at the level like I expected. But like I didn't strike. I knew like, if I'm gonna strike, I might get damaged or some shit.
He caught you a couple of looping stuff as well.
And almost knee to my head. Almost. That
was scary.
But like, I got him into an RNC in the first round. Didn't get the grip quite right, but he was like trying to hit me from it, an RNC. It wasn't like damaging me, but it was like hitting me right on like what's this area? Above the ear.
Right, above the ear.
So in the second round, I wasn't like feeling good. I knew like, if I go there to strike, it's not gonna end well for me. So I was like, he doesn't know how to wrestle. Let's take him down. I was like, let's wrestle.
And it worked.
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
And that was like that was the performance where I was like, all right, now everyone can officially know that this kid is legit, because it wasn't it wasn't 3WL fight. It wasn't like, the weights were very closely monitored between both guys. So no like stuff like the first Rahan fight, where that was a thing. You were, well before the fight, but even though you weren't training, but you were coming off of activity. So, you knew what to do. And then you would learn, unlike the Irtba fight. And then, you got to show it, man. And it's a 5-fight journey. It seems like a long time, but this was just, what, a year? A year and a half?
In these 2 years.
Around 2 years almost that you just did these 5 fights. It's pretty crazy. And, like, a lot of people were criticizing 3WL Real World before it started. A lot of people were saying, like, what is this? And why are they doing this? And I was concerned from a safety standpoint initially as well, that you can't just have untrained people swinging around in parks because someone's eyeball might fall out. And then what? And then what would not happen to those kids, but what happened to the entire sport of MMA was jeopardizing in that sense. But they proved that these guys also trained. And now my response to all the people who were extremely critical of Real World was, we got you out of it, which is pretty crazy, right? Like you came in that circle of, just give me a fight. I just want to fight. I just want to be up there. I just want to be seen. I want to be fighting. I just want to win. And it led to this. And now you got to go to the Asian Championships. You got to compete. You got to see the highest level firsthand. Experience it, feel it. And now you're priming yourself up to do even more of this. You're just 20. So it's pretty crazy.
I just turned 20.
And this is why, like, this is the stuff that makes me the happiest about Pak MMA or whatever. It's the fact that we now have, when we say the next generation, it's actually just like loads and loads and loads of talent, like you and so many other people. There's guys and girls even younger than you who've started off already, like at NFT and stuff. You saw so many people. It was insane, and this is exactly the trajectory you go in. But talk to me about a comparison, right, between when you started training MMA when you first start getting into this, and when you were training jiu-jitsu as well? I'm sure you came in there with a mindset that I probably know more than the average person, like you said, because you knew, like any pro wrestling fan knows the holes, but then over time, what's the experience been like training now for a good 2-3 years, and not just training, but training under Coach EKS, around guys like Heather Furman, around guys like Heather Sati, around guys like Katoshi, around all of these, around Team Fight Fortress, around Lumi, around Anita, like, what has it taught you? How has it changed you? What have you learned?
One thing this game has done is it humbled me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, has it humbled you? Yeah.
Heather Praman is sitting right here. Like before I got into Fight Fortress, I knew a bit about Fight Fortress. Like I knew a bit about like Pakistani fighters because I googled Pakistani fighters, and Heather Praman came, Ulumi came, and Mustafa came. And I did a bit of research before going to the gym. I found out Heather Praman is 5'4", 5'3".
Yeah.
Ulumi is 5'7". I'm 5'9.5". On a good day, I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
So I was like,
depending on my shoes.
Yeah, I was like, these guys, they're not like, they're shorter than me. If I go in there, I'm gonna slap them.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna beat all these guys. When I got into the gym, everyone was throwing me around. I was like, no. So I sparred with Heather Furman. I did a bit of striking, and I was like, yo, this guy is 30 kilograms less than me. 30, I don't know how much. He's 52 or 53.
Yeah, fights on that.
I'm 70. So it's around 18 kilos.
20 kgs,
yeah. Around 20 kgs.
40 pounds or 40. So imagine
45 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
And I was like, bro, like I have a long way to go. Like, these guys are throwing me around. I rolled with Coach Ulumi. And like he almost broke my hand. Like he got me into an armbar, and I was like, these guys are on another level. I need to get onto this level, right? And right now, in Team Fight Fortress, like I'm one of the top prospects. In 2 years, I like my seniors are like Kutoshi, Sajid Kutoshi, Sajad, Shahab, a few of these guys like when I like got into the gym, I like saw Kutoshi sparring. Like he was the first guy that I saw sparring. He and Qasim also in the top prospects.
Of course.
I didn't know anything about striking, and I saw these guys sparring. I was like, bro, this shit looks dangerous.
Yeah.
And right now I spar with these guys, and like we're neck to neck. Like they're obviously better than me, but like I can stand my ground.
Right.
So
hold
like
your own.
Yeah. In these 2-3 years, like I've leveled up so much, and I kind of feel proud about that. And I still want to keep going, because in 3 years I came to this level. How about the next 10 years?
Yeah.
UFC.
Yeah.
We're going to UFC, inshallah.
Actually, as we come to the close of this, I think that's a very good and important thing to discuss. What do you see yourself doing in, let's say, 5 years?
Let's start about IMMAF. I got into the Asian Championships. I didn't know anything about like what do you do there, blah blah. I was, as you know, 72 kilograms. I went into the Asian Championships, and I fought at 70 point. I don't know, 70.3. Yeah, that's a lightweight category. Yeah. And my opponent, I saw a picture of my opponent. I was like, bro, this guy looks like a kid. Like he was a junior, right? And I went onto his Instagram profile. He was a taekwondo. He did taekwondo. He had a few tournaments.
Right.
So I was like, okay, this guy's a striker. Let's see if let's strike with him. If that shit doesn't work, my Warriors we're gonna wrestle with him. Before the fight, I saw the guy. He was 6'1" or something.
Oh my god!
And like his physique, he was as buff as me, or like a bit buffer than me. Like everyone at IMMAF.
He was Shahab Ali Ridi.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. No, he was taller than him.
Right. Okay. Shahab, a couple of inches,
but a bit taller. Yeah. And I was like, bro, I'm the only guy here who's not cut weight.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
I saw like a 10-second video of your fight for Arsalan sent it, like you made it on the group, on our little group, by the way. Like that was fun. But yeah, the only thing I noticed in that was I was like, oh my god, his opponent's like considerably bigger, not just taller. Taller to ho jata hai. So somebody's lanky or taller, but he's bigger.
And the like interesting thing is, I was the one in that fight that was striking. He was the wrestler. Yeah. The fight started. He came with a shoot, and like he knew BJJ. he got me down, and I was like, bro, this guy's strength is on another level. But I did quite damage him. His face was kind of in a bad place after the fight. Like his nose was, red hair. His like this part of his, what's this called? I don't know. His eyebrow was a bit popped out. I was like, I did damage him, but it doesn't matter really. Like after the fight, they're like, who won, who lost? He won.
So you want to go down to featherweight now?
Yeah, I want to go down to featherweight. Right now, my goal is IMMAF World Championships happening in Feb. I want to go there as a featherweight. I'm gonna cut. Right now, I'm at I'm cutting down to 68. So when I go there, I can cut my weight 2-3 kilograms. It's nothing. So I want to go there as a featherweight. I want to fight in IMMAF this year, World Championships, and I want to win a medal. Yeah. Because right now I kind of got the idea what happens there, what to do there to win. Because I was in wrestling, and right now I know if you want to win in MMA, if you wrestle, you
especially in 3-minute rounds, bro.
Yeah, you have to wrestle.
You gotta wrestle.
After the fight, another thing I want to share, after my fight, my opponent's next fight, I don't know, he got knocked out or TKO'd because I damaged him quite a bit. So I know if you wrestle, you're gonna avoid the extra damage. Like NFT guys did this in perfect. They perfectly executed this whole game plan because after I was watching the fights, everyone was wrestling. The strikers were wrestling, and I was like, they know their shit. Yeah, they're doing this. They know how to do this. So right now, I'm better than I was at that time mentally. So I think I can win a medal. And the ultimate goal is, as everyone knows, as Azeem Khan wants to be, if not the first, but the best Pakistani fighter that goes into the UFC and does a thing where people say, oh, this guy is the best fighter, pound for pound, the lightweight. No, not the lightweight, the featherweight title. As McGregor started, I'm a fan. Yeah. I'm gonna go there as a featherweight, win the title, go do a money fight with who's the new Gervonta Davis or something. At that time, the big ass money fight. Yeah, I do the money fight. I go out.
I can't wait for you versus Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, or Ryan Garcia, but that guy's getting smoked.
Do KSI, just do anyone. Really, just
Jake Paul.
Just go for it. Money fight.
He's not my weight though. But
man, I just love that you're ready to go all the time, and I love that you've just started, and I love that you have so much more to go.
Yeah,
just know that the next 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, whatever time, you will be on the mic, and we will get to hear about all of it.
There's one more thing.
Go for it.
I gotta add. A lot of sponsors I've seen come and go, but this is the first sponsor that does something about the fighter, because everywhere they're clothing brands or gloves or that shit, you can get them on your own. You don't really need them, but as you said, the oil that helps you pain relief, the shit that fighters need, pain relieving stuff or blah blah blah. Because after we're done sparring, everyone knows that we start as light sparring, but it turns to hard fighting it pretty easily. So we need stuff like these. Yeah. We don't need clothes, or we need clothes. But if you want to sponsor me, if you want to sponsor me. But we need these things like these more than garments and stuff like that. But right now, I gotta add one more thing. Ostruce, if you want to sponsor me. Kill Switch needs sponsors.
Hey man, shoot your shot, kid. Shoot your shot.
I'm an IMMAF fighter, so if you want to sponsor me,
this is your guy. No, seriously, thank you, Ostruce, for doing what you do, and thank you, Azeem, for doing what you do. This is the holy synergy, Ostruce and MMA. I see you going a very long way, and dude, I see you going very, very long way, and I'm proud of you. You're doing freaking awesome. You're in the right place, right team. Sky's the limit, my friend.
Let's go.
Thank you for all the fights you've given me and all of us and everything, and I'm excited for everything else. Any parting thoughts? Anything you want to say to the audience before we sign off? Anything at all?
Follow me on Instagram.
अब तो करना पड़ेगा. I mean, like links in bio for ostrich oil.
फर्क तो पड़ता है.
Yes, फर्क तो पड़ता है bro. जो बात है, जो actual बात है, hashtag फर्क तो पड़ता है. But no, links in bio for ostrich, links in bio for Azeem's profile as well. Go follow him. That is his one wish from you. And keep supporting Pakistani MMA. Keep supporting combat sports. Keep supporting On the Mic. Keep supporting each other. Love, all of that. Harmony, peace, all that good stuff. And please, for the love of God, like I always tell you to do, hashtag Safe Combat Sports. Start the conversation, talk about it, and please keep it tight. I will see you next time.